we went to the Boleyn ground in East Ham and invited along a group of 4 Anne Boleyn fans to talk to us.
You've had so much fun doing this.
We have, it's been great. But one of them said that your book is very important to her, and that when she reads it, she feels as though she's becoming Anne, and it affects her relationship with her boyfriend, because she'll find that she thinks, what would Anne do? Oh, she'd argue with him now. As a historian, how does hearing something like that make you feel?
Well, I am a historian, so I work with documents and I work with the recorded facts, and I try, well, when I'm being a historian, I take a reasonably objective view of the evidence, and I sort it and weigh it and, you know, do the usual academic judgments that you should do with material. As a novelist and as a woman and, in a sense, an heiress to these stories, they move me too. So actually I went to the Tower of London this very morning because I'm in London and I wanted to go, and I felt, as I often do when you go to somewhere like that, I felt moved in the here and now, as if it mattered in the here and now. And if you're someone who loves history and it speaks to you, then in a way you do something in your approach to these things as if time was not significant. So Anne Boleyn's story is, I think, deeply moving to women for all sorts of reasons. And you are talking 500 years ago, but also you're talking about things that we understand now, about ambition and about desire and about fear, and about really, really wanting to live in a world where a woman can make a difference, where her voice can be heard. Now that's not an ambition which is time bound. That's not just Anne Boleyn. That's probably every woman that was ever born, and probably a few more that'll be born in the future, unless we can manage to change the world as we should. So for me, when I hear about people who say that they have moments where they kind of hear Anne Boleyn, or they feel Anne Boleyn, or they think they're kind of enacting her, I don't find that particularly extraordinary. I think that's certainly something which, if you're gripped by a novel, you will do. And when I'm writing it, of course I'm gripped by it too. And I know I did a novel on Elizabeth I, and I was immensely imperious for a good 6 months when I was right into Elizabeth I, and it was kind of thrilling. I mean, it is really rather thrilling, but it's very much like if you become very good friends with somebody, you find you pick up their language, or you like their gestures, and you start mirroring their gestures. And if you really like someone and you're really interested in someone, you do reflect them a lot. And I think similarly, you can do that over time. And one of the extraordinary things about, in the sense of eternity, is whether or not there is a heaven. We all remember Anne Boleyn, and that's an extraordinary thing for a woman who really came from next to nowhere in England to have achieved. So we're all still interested in her. We all still want to know what she might have thought, and we still are asking questions about her life.